Hello friends, welcome back to another weekly vlog. I am excited that you are here. It's actually Tuesday. Usually I would try to start this vlog on a Monday, but I have been just slammed with work. I am finally getting started on my final chapter of my dissertation, and for that chapter, I'm doing a bunch of genetics on the bugs that I study, and so I've just kind of been like sitting around twiddling my thumbs waiting to be able to start the genetics, and we are finally there. So I finally got to start that this week, and yesterday I was there doing that literally all day into the evening, and so I didn't have much to show or tell you yesterday. I got home and I crashed. So here we are. Today was a bit shorter of a day. I was able to take some clips from the work that I did today, just so you can sort of see what that setup is. And it's always fun to have clips of me doing science because I can put them in presentations and stuff like that later on. But yeah, so I was excited to be done a little bit earlier today. And so because I got done earlier today, I went to Barnes & Noble. Yep. I don't go there very often because it's just on the opposite side of town from where I do literally anything. So I made a special exception today because I really wanted to grab a few books for the season that we're in that I can't find on Libby or like don't have access to but want to read physically, because I could get the audiobook for some of these, but I want to read it in person. So ended up getting 3 books. 2 are from the same author. I'm really just excited about her as an author in general, so I ended up getting 2 Rachel Harrison books. The reason that I stumbled upon Rachel Harrison is because of her new book that came out, Play Nice. Didn't end up buying that one because it is a new release and in hardcover and expensive. So I dipped my toe into her backlog of books and I ended up getting 2 books by her. The first one that I got is Black Sheep. This is sort of a family drama horror about the black sheep of the family. So I snatched this up because fall, horror, family drama, say less. And then the second one that I got, also because it's perfect for the season that we are in right now, is Cackle. So this is more of a witchy vibe. So this girl sort of is trying to like re-find herself, which I also find that interesting in a book, and stumbles upon this person that becomes a really close friend, but may or may not be a witch. Who knows? We'll find out together. Because I don't know. So I'm excited about both of these. I've heard that Rachel Harrison tends to stick to like pretty feminist themes and like funny horror thrillers, which I enjoy a lot. So I think that she's going to end up being like a must-read author for me. So that's why I went ahead and just bought those, because it seems like the type of thing that I'm going to read and immediately want to have on my shelf. So yeah, I'm really excited about those. If I end up liking those, maybe I'll go get Play Nice. We'll see. I also could just wait until it's in paperback, but sometimes I'm not great at waiting that long. We'll see. Anyway, the third book that I got and the last book that I got is one that I have been excited about since the moment I heard about it. It is not in paperback yet. However, we make exceptions to the rules every once in a while when it's a book that we think we're gonna like as much as I think I'm gonna like this one. So this is Don't Let the Forest In, and just look at this cover. And look at the back. Like, you're kidding me. This is beautiful. Belongs on a bookshelf. It's stunning. So I had no issues paying for this one. You know, some covers, some books just deserve to be bought when they look like this. So this book deals with these two boys. One's a writer and the other one is an artist. And something happens to where the artwork is coming to life in some form and killing people. And so these boys have to figure out how to make that stop. But I think that there's some sort of like romancy elements involved, like a bit of like an obsession for each other. And so, yeah, I really want to read this. So I'm very excited about the little haul that we got. And I should be able to jump into a new book soon. I talked about it in my last vlog a bit, but I've been dealing with like pretty severe migraines, which is completely out of left field for me. That's not something that I had ever dealt with in my life prior to this. And they're getting better. I've been able to like stop the headaches early-ish rather than letting them like get worse throughout the day. But yeah, so I said in that vlog that I hadn't really been able to physically read my books, but I have been able to in the last few days, which has been great. So I am now finally well past the halfway point in Night in the Moth, and I have tonight and all day tomorrow off. So we're going to try to tackle this because I am loving what I'm reading, but have just been scared that it's going to give me a headache. But I think that I could be in the clear. So fingers crossed on that, because I really want to read that and finish that up. And then I do still think, even though I just bought these books, that the next book I plan on reading is going to be The Lamb by Lucy Rose. I've also just had that on my TBR for forever and have a physical copy of it already, so I think we'll be able to jump into that next. As far as other books I'm reading, I am currently listening to The Very Secret Society of Irregular Witches, and I am obsessed with it so far. I just reached the 50% mark today, and I love it. I think that this is how all romance novels should be. It's like, I don't even know how to describe it. I don't feel like it's actually a romance novel. Like, it doesn't feel like, and maybe it's not considered one. I actually don't know what this is classified as. I don't know if it's like supposed to just be like kind of chill, cozy fantasy, or if it's supposed to be a romance. I don't know what this qualifies as, but basically what this book is about is this witch. She's like in her early 30s or late 20s, something like that, and she witches in this world have to be kept separate. So she's lives a pretty isolated life where no one really knows anything about her that she thinks is meaningful. Like, they don't know that she's a witch, nothing like that. And so she lives this very normal, secluded sort of life, but then she makes posts, or like basically she's basically like an influencer for being a witch, but like everyone thinks it's fake, obviously, because there's like this whole community of people that do this online and it's fake. Basically, she's contacted by this guy that says he needs her help because they have taken in these 3 young witches. But she's like, how is that possible? Because I'm part of this society for witches and we would know that these young witches exist. But basically she's asked to come to this house and sort of like tutor them on how to be a witch and control their powers and stuff like that. And this book is just giving found family, like finding your place in the world sort of energy that I needed right now really bad. And it's reminding me a lot of the first time that I read The House in the Cerulean Sea, which I have yet to read the second one of those because I just can't let that end. But yeah, that book, when I read that the first time, I was just I just felt the warm and fuzzies and loved the found family aspect, and this is giving that. I love it so far. I think that it's going to be a 5-star read, which is crazy because usually audiobooks I tend to not rate 5 stars, which I've found interesting. And I think it more has to do with the genres that I typically listen to. So I typically listen to thrillers or like kind of cozier, chill books in audio because I can't be bothered to remember like fantasy names and things like that over audio, especially with books that are like super, super long. That just, it won't work in my head. I'll forget things and get lost within the plot. But so maybe that has something to do with why I don't typically rate audiobooks 5 stars, but I think that this is going to be 5 stars, and I haven't had a 5-star read for a really long time. And I think this might also be a 5-star read, which would be crazy to have 2 at the same time. That'd be so exciting. So yeah, I am pumped. I can't even think of what my last 5-star read was. I got nothing. I'll go back and look at my Goodreads and I'll put a thing here right now that says what my last 5-star read was and when it was. It has to have been a couple months. So yeah, I'm very excited about the possibilities of these books. So yeah, it's going to be a read heavy week. The rest of the week, I don't have anything crazy planned out. It is Halloween this Friday, and so I'm sure I'll get up to some shenanigans that night. But beyond that, nothing planned. So I think this afternoon we are going to I'm going to play Cozy Grove for a bit because that just winds my brain down after work. It's a problem. I do it every single day now. Yeah. And then I will likely jump into Night in the Moth or continue working on the puzzle that I started the other night. It's like this really cute little Halloween puzzle. So yeah, we're doing one of those 2 things. Either way, it's going to be cozy and chill, and I am happy that that's what our night has in store. So I will see you sometime later this week. I just finished my little reading session and I have less than 150 pages left now. It is so good. I would honestly keep reading, but it is 10 minutes until Dancing with the Stars. So I was reading with this like little cozy YouTube video ambiance thing on with some pumpkins. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah. But now it's time for Dancing with the Stars. I'm going to get PJs on and probably pop some popcorn and maybe heat up some apple cider and then get ready to watch my favorite show. I'm also going to paint my nails while I watch because they're looking bare. Also, I severely chipped this one. Why won't it focus? yeah, severely chipped this nail the other day. So that one's short, but the rest of them are still pretty long. But I'm going to paint them, I think, like this glow-in-the-dark nail polish, and then put little spider stickers on them for Halloween. I think it'll be really cute. So that's what I'm gonna do while I watch Dancing with the Stars. And we're just going to have a nice chill night watching my favorite show. Got my apple cider heated up and a candle, and I am about to sort of start my day. I've been running errands all morning. It's now Wednesday, and I've been running errands like a mad woman because I don't like to think that I'm a last minute person. However, Halloween's on Friday and we didn't really have costumes yet. And I just found out, I thought we were just going to be going out on Saturday because my boyfriend's band plays Saturday night, but found out that we're also going to be going out Friday. So I have to have 2 different costumes because he's doing a costume with the band on Saturday, so I have to have a costume by myself. And then Friday, we're going to do a couples sort of matching costume. And so we spent most of last night trying to come up with costume ideas. And then I spent all of this morning running around to stores trying to get what I needed for said costumes because I am not a basic costume girl. I'm not gonna go to Spirit Halloween, grab something on a rack, and call it a day. That's just not the type of person I am. I'm going to torture myself for the next day, 2 days, however long it takes, to make costumes that are way better. So I ended up buying 1,000 coffee stirrers and some white tape, and my entire afternoon is going to be spent making quills because my boyfriend and I are going to be porcupines on Friday. I had to go get fake fur, and then his job is to find us like gray sort of track suits that we can wear the fur on top of on our back. So these will attach to the fur, and then the fur I'll just safety pin onto a gray tracksuit. It's insanity. I don't know why I do this to myself. I started making these a little bit ago, and then I was hungry, and so I made lunch, and then I wanted a treat, so I made that cider. But this is how far I am right now. So I'm taping, the stir straw things are pretty short. So I'm taping multiple together to make it longer, and then adding tape around just to make it look more porcupine-ish. This is gonna take forever because I'm doing it by myself right now. When my boyfriend gets home from work, his job is going to be to cut tape because it's driving me insane doing that because I painted my nails last night and I'll be damned if I mess them up literally less than 24 hours later. So I'll show you my nails. I guess I haven't done that yet. There we go. Yeah, so it's this white sort of shimmery nail polish, and I put these little spider stickers on for Halloween. This nail polish is actually glow in the dark. I forget the name of the nail polish. Let me go figure out what it is. It's hilarious. The nail polish name is literally Castle of Cobwebs by Mooncat. So that could not be a more perfect name for my little spidery nails. But I was just so happy to do it because this is glow in the dark, and the Mooncat glow in the dark is primo glow in the dark. So I think it'll be fun for going out for Halloween because they will be bright and glowy when we go out. So yeah, it's driving me nuts having to peel tape and deal with tape because I don't want to mess these up literally a day later. So it's been a little frustrating. However, we're making progress, and I think most of my evening is going to be spent making quills for porcupine costumes. It's actually going to be cold here on Halloween, so yeah, that's why we're doing something that we can like bundle up under in, but like also be kind of comfortable in because it's just, yeah, it's going to be cold. We'll probably be inside most of Friday when we're wearing the porcupine costumes, but his show on Saturday night is actually outside. So it's going to be like 45 degrees. And so I had to come up with a costume for myself for Saturday night. And after some digging, I decided that I'm going to be the little bear that is on the Sleepy Time tee. Hear me out. So I get to wear a nightgown. I got some like brown fleece lined tights, which I'm happy about because I'm going to wear that regardless. So my goal with this Halloween last minute shopping was to make it things that I will be able to wear in real life. So I will be able to wear those fleece lined tights. I'm actually really excited about that. And then I got just some like brown fuzzy socks and some like brown fuzzy clogs that I've honestly been eyeing up anyway. So pretty excited about that. Going to have to avoid the bar floor because even though they're on like a platform, the tops are fuzzy. So I can't let anyone spill a drink on them. But yeah, so got ordered a blue nightgown. And then I am going to probably make myself like the little red cap thing that the bear wears. And then because I'm delusional, I got like this, it's just like a cotton, like a sort of tan nudish colored cotton fabric that was like pre-cut. And I'm going to make myself a little purse that looks like a tea bag. So that's what my next few days are going to look like around teaching because I teach all day tomorrow. Luckily, it should be a pretty quick lab, so I'll have time tomorrow night to get stuff done too. But yeah, I'm fully insane. But I'm very excited because I'm really pumped to be a porcupine with my boyfriend. I think it's going to be hilarious, us running around with our friends and just two little porcupines in the mix. And then, yeah, I'm really excited that I get to be like extra cozy and warm on Saturday night for his show. So yeah, that's what we're doing today. Porcupine quills. I did end up reading a lot last night because the ability to put my book down right now is it's not there. I just want to read my book, like, from morning until night. So I have less than 100 pages left. We got that left. So I will finish this tonight. There's no way that I'll be able to just let the last, like, 70 pages go without... It's not even 70 pages. Oh, my gosh. I'm on page 317, and there are 385. I've got, like, hardly any of this book left. So, yeah, I'm going to be finishing Night the Moth tonight. And then I'm also over 70% of the way through listening to The Very Secret Society of Irregular Witches. And I'm obsessed with both of these books. So I think my game plan is that I'm going to make more quills and either watch some YouTube videos or listen to my book or both. Maybe like go back and forth between those two things. And then I will hopefully be able to finish making these quills today. And then tomorrow hopefully we'll have time to do all of the hot gluing of the quills to the fur. If I can do some of that tonight, that would be fantastic, but I'm going to keep it realistic because I really want to have time to read my book tonight. So that is our day. Yeah, I will show you the finished product of our costumes when we get there. But for now, I hope you enjoy watching me make a bunch of quills and doing crafty costume things, because that's what the next 2 days hold. Mwah. Well, we did it. Finished the night in the moth. Wiped my tears. Stared into a void for about 2 minutes. And now here we are. I'm unwell. I don't want to wait a year for the second book. But we have to. So that sucks. Rachel Gillig does it again though, because these characters are going to live rent-free in my head for the next, that comes out in September next year. So the next 11 months, I'm not going to be able to stop thinking about them. I love them all. Yeah, 5 stars. We did it. We got a 5-star book. And I also finished The Very Secret Society of Irregular Witches today. Also 5 stars. So my 5-star book drought is done. Finished 2 books today to round out the end of October, which is sweet. But yeah, I think I'm gonna go stare at a void for a little bit longer, because yeah, if you get it, you get it. friends, it's actually been a few days. I forgot to film an outro for that vlog, but I didn't really have a whole lot of updates. So I think the last thing I showed you was me making cookies. That was Sunday. Today's Tuesday now. But yeah, Sunday we just had a chill day watching football. My boyfriend had off of work, which is really nice. So yeah, we just hung out around the house and made those cookies. And those cookies, I got like the mix for those cookies in my vacation vlog that I posted before this, from an apple orchard that I used to work at. And I was a little worried because it's been a bit since we picked the apples at that orchard to put in the cookies, but the cookies were so good. Like, if I could just order that mix, I would order it again and again and again because they are fantastic. They're like oaty and cinnamony, and then with the apple chunks in there, it's perfect. And the recipe also says that you can like sub out the apple chunks for like whatever you want. So you could put like chocolate chips in there or something like that too, which I would consider doing. But yeah, so it is Tuesday, well past the end of when that vlog was supposed to end, but I did just want to pop in here and talk about those cookies because they turned out great. That's really all the updates that I have for the end of that vlog, but I will see you in the next one. Stay cozy.